Reject Nation, thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are going to watch a clip from Marvel Entertainment called Run for the movie Eternals, which we're watching on Monday. Probably put out a video on Tuesday, giving some thoughts, feeling pressured to not spoil anything or go specific, because there's a weird wiggle room for what you can and cannot say before the embargo officially lifts. What's a review really? Let's see what this clip is though. Was that Ikaris? Ooh. Awesome. Nice to see a speedster back in the MCU.
Come on, Kingo. Dude, there's gonna be. That's right. That's my hey, everyone in America is gonna be learning ASL now noise.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was cool. Putting center stage here for Makari. I mean, in the trailers, for some reason, it's her power set moves that seem to be the ones that stand out to me the most. And I can't quite pinpoint exactly why it is. I love speedster action just captured on camera. I think it's really cool. It's always practical, right? It's just shot different. I don't know how to put it into words. It feels visceral. It doesn't look like it's they're trying to like mask a lot of the fast movement with whatever residual effects that occur, whether that be more motion from her or lightning or something like that. And yeah, look at freaking Ikaris being all damn Superman.
Yeah. Well, I think to me, I think the thing is, you know, with a lot of their other powers that we've seen in this trailer, they're all kind of these golden energy blasts to some degree, or else these weapons that they can form, again, golden, whereas Makari's powers are a bit more physical and visceral, at least as they're presented here in this trailer. And yeah, like that motion blur they give to her, like I'm curious to see how that effect goes throughout the whole movie, because I know we've seen at least a couple other shots of that in the previous trailer, and that is, yeah, an effect that I often am like, we're so close and it's so hard to make it look natural, but I feel like here it very well could, and yeah, that could kind of separate her and make her that much more distinct from everybody. But this is it was cool to see this action moment breathe a little bit more, because I feel like we've seen little snippets of it, you know, just cut up and diced around in these trailers, but this was nice to at least get an impression of how, you know, an actual action set piece scene might move around and breathe. Not to say that this also isn't edited down from what it might be in the movie, but it felt a lot more fluid.
And I think Chloe Zhao, it's interesting because even though it is just an action scene, she's like a actor's director. Is that the right way? Director's actor? Actor's director. Yeah, that's the way to put it. Watching the characters here, even though it's an action scene, you still get a sense for the kind of performances they are even in battle. There's still a performance there, and they still got to be in character when they're doing the fight scenes. So it is fascinating when you're looking at Richard Madden's Ikaris, who does seem to embody I am godlike this whole time here, but then you cut to people like Kingo and Makari, who have their personalities still showcasing, and they still feel like relatable, whereas Ikaris is like, I am this benevolent being.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say though, like, I'm a huge Kumail Nanjiani fan, and I'm still going. I don't know how if I'm gonna get pulled out watching him, because even just in these little snippets, I'm constantly aware I'm watching Kumail Nanjiani. Granted, it's just a clip, and we've only seen trailers, so I can't speak for how I'm gonna feel when watching the actual movie. Just watching Kumail Nanjiani here doing some of the energy blast, I'm becoming aware of like, oh yeah, see, Kumail's moving pretty good. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's Kumail Nanjiani. What was the choreography like? Did he take this seriously when he was doing it? Like, I'm so
was
aware.
Joking around on
I'm so aware it's Kumail that I have a hard time moving past that. Yeah.
Well, and two, this will be the first time, you know, like they made a huge deal on those magazines and everything about like he got ripped, and you know, this is the first time, you know, he's this buff in his life and everything, and now this will be also the first time we get to see him move and perform as a buff Marvel-bodied actor.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'll be a whole new experience of Kumail Nanjiani.
I mean, he fills out the suit well. The Deviants do look imposing. They do look scary. I hope they're not just, I don't know, they're
Big dogs.
big dogs that look like they can get their asses kicked pretty easily.
Well, that's the thing about this clip is, and I'm curious because this is a scene that seems like they're well within their element, and they're, you know, having fun with each other. It's not that big of a threat. They're taking care of business, it seems like. And so this makes me wonder, okay, what's the actual fight where they are like, oh God, I don't know if we're gonna win this one gonna look like, where they aren't, you know, on their A game and they aren't, you know, feeling like they got this.
You know what would be funny is if Makari died.
Just right in that scene. What they did is they cut right before one of the Deviants just falls right on top of her.
Yeah.
Kinda like the Suicide Squad.
I mean, what I was getting at was that we've lost a speedster already, and then we thought we had a speedster resurged with WandaVision, and then now I'm hoping this speedster actually gets to stick around. I don't think they'll kill her off.
I don't
But it
think
would
they'll
be
kill
funny
her
just
off.
to watch the backlash. I know there was a lot of jokes that were made about how Kevin Feige was, you know, all astounded by the fact that they shot this on location and not in a different freaking green screen.
What is their actual sets?
So, but you can feel that though here,
Yeah.
like that does come to life and feels a lot more palpable when you're watching an action scene like this, which is relying still on CGI to fulfill the action scenes. I mean, just along with the deviants and the powers that they're using, but shooting it on location, having an actual landscape here, just feels a lot more believable. I'm excited for this. I'm hoping that this movie truly delivers. Yeah, we'll
On
see.
being the greatest, most Oscar-worthy MCU film of all time.
We'll have to wait and see. Let's see how it goes.
It's gonna be good.
Guys, what'd you think about this clip? Are you ready to run to the theaters? Are you ready to subscribe and click the notification bell, hit the like button, kill that dog, and hey, let's do a
Adelia Chamberlain, you came to my mind for several reasons on this video. Partly because our love for you is eternal, and I feel like that's shared right back at us with how long you've been a supporter, how long you've been with us on Patreon, how long you've been a friend of the Real Rejects. And two, I mean, all of these Eternals, they're all talking about like, oh man, we've been observing for so long, never interfering. And that's kind of like you with the Schmodown world, observing for so long, watching all these different people do their thing, but now you are an active participant. You're disturbing the balance. You're causing a ruckus. Soon the Watcher's gonna come down and be like, Adelia, what are you doing? But for right now, I am glad that we have you, and I'm glad for your support. And I gotta accept your friend request on Facebook. I think you sent me a friend request on Facebook, so we're taking it to a whole nother level. Love you, Adelia.
act like you know her, but you don't even have a request to accept.